Limone is the town with a heart-proof gene. Last night I was walking the lakeside in Limone and remember the strangest claim I'd heard about this place. Some locals carry a mutation that seems to protect the heart. Not a wellness fad, a real documented quirk in their blood. APOA1 Milano is the gene for the apolipoprotein A1, the key protein in HDL, the good cholesterol that ferries cholesterol out of the artery walls and back to the liver. In 1979, Italian researchers studying families from Limone sul Garda noticed a paradox. Some perfectly healthy people had a very low HDL level, which should have been bad news. Instead, they had remarkably little cardiovascular diseases. Tracing the family tree pointed to a single ancestral couple centuries back and to one specific change in the protein, a swap of one amino acid, arginine to cysteine, at position 173. They named the variant after the closest city where it was first characterized, Milano. So what does that tiny change do? It makes the APOA1 protein form pairs linked by a C-sulfide bond. That structural tweak doesn't raise HDL on a lab report. In fact, HDL-C can look low, but the HDL particles seem better at their job. They pull cholesterol out of the plaques, so-called reverse cholesterol transport, and they dampen inflammation inside artery walls. In plain terms, the number on the test look worse, but the function is stronger. That is why some Limone people can show low HDL and still have surprisingly clean arteries. So how rare is it? It is very localized. We are talking a few dozen carriers clustered in Limone families and their descendants. You won't find this mutation sprinkled broadly across Italy. It's a founder effect. Isolation by cliffs and lake kept the gene into a small pool for generations. Once scientists realized this, the obvious question followed. Could we bottle this protein? In the early 2000s, drug developers made an infusion of lab-made APOA1 Milan mixed with phospholipids, aiming to mimic the super-efficient HDL. Early imaging studies in people with coronary disease reported small, short-term reductions in plaque volume after a handful of weekly infusions. It was a burst of excitement, proof, at least in principle, that improving HDL function might matter more than just raising the HDL number. Later programs stumbled on manufacturing, safety, and does it help you live longer questions, and development cooled. But the concept survived. Modern research still looks at HDL quality and efflux capacity. Back to the village, Limone didn't beat heart disease across the board. Not everyone has a mutation, and lifestyle still counts. But this place gave science a rare natural experiment. A community with a single traceable genetic variant reframed how we think about HDL. It also explains why Limone shows up in cardiology talks from New York to Tokyo. Quiet streets, lemon terraces, and a protein that changed the conversation. So next time you're on the promenade in Limone and you see the sign about Limone's good cholesterol, it's not tourist fluff. It's a story that started in family pedigrees and ended up reshaping heart research. A tiny change in a protein, a handful of families, and a reminder that how something works can matter more than how much of it you have. Limone's heart-proof gene turned a small village into a case study for science. Do you know of other places where locals carry rare traits? Tell me in the comments and maybe it will be featured in a future episode. I am Mari and this is Midnight Question.